Yeah, let's talk about The Legend of Barney Thomson, which is a film that should be shown to no child ever. I mean, this is an incredibly... It's the directorial debut of Robert Carlyle.
Great.
And it's just one of these things where an actor moves into directing and it's a perfect match of source material to the actor in question. It's a very kind of a macabre comedy that has a kind of an Irving Welsh edge to it, I suppose. And, you know, obviously with Robert having worked on Trainspotting, the immortal portrayal of Francis Begbie in that film, you can sense there's little kind of threads, loose threads from that, you know, goodness, however many years ago that was, 20 years ago, that are being picked up and played with here. It's an adaptation of the first in a series of kind of noir Scottish thrillers. Barney Thomson, who's played by Robert Carlyle as well, is this kind of totally socially inept hairdresser. And he works at this barber shop in a slightly rundown corner of Glasgow. And he becomes implicated in this manhunt for a serial killer. He does, however, have the perfect alibi, which he can't share, which is that he was actually killing someone else at the time. He mistakenly stabs a colleague in the heart with a pair of scissors, and then this kind of devolves into total chaos as he tries to incompetently cover up for this crime. And while the local detective inspector, who's played by Ray Winston, as Ray Winston, basically, is on his tail, but for the completely wrong set of murders. So here's a clip of him being interrogated.
I need to ask you a few more questions about Mr. Henderson. Now, what can you tell me about associates he might have?
He was a gambler. He was a gambler. That's right. You know, he was always going to boxing matches, casinos, and that kind of thing. You know, he actually owed quite a lot of money. It got me thinking about it. He was in a bit of trouble.
Are you going on your holidays?
Oh, no, that's my mum's. This is a coach trip. I'm just here to make sure she gets off safely. Mum?
So it's got three of my favourite actors in it, and Robbie Collin and Ray Winston and Emma Thompson. I mean, what did you think of the film?
Well, I really, really enjoyed it. I mean, I think I have got a soft spot for this kind of urban, macabre, Irving Welsh style League of Gentlemen as well. It's very, very much of a piece with that style of storytelling. You know,
is it funny then?
It's very funny, yeah, but it's very darkly funny, very sinisterly funny, and you know, not necessarily laugh out loud moments, but stuff that kind of sticks with you and you think about later. The Emma Thompson role is actually, you know, she was referred to in that clip. This is Barney's mother, whose name is Semolina, and who is this kind of larger-than-life, total kind of grotesque, you know, transformative old-age makeup. She kind of looks like a squeezed-out tea bag, a massively unflattering role as this kind of harridan-like mother. And the relationship between the two of them is very kind of Norman Bates, you know, kind of psycho motel stuff. It's very, as I say, it's grotesque. It's got this kind of urban legend quality to it. No doubt the title Legend of Barney Thomson is kind of referring to the idea, this is the kind of story that you hear whispered at the back of the bus or on lunch break, cigarette break. You know, this is, did you hear about such and such? It's all this kind of nasty stuff happening behind closed doors in a not particularly salubrious area of town. But it's really enjoyable, and I like the way that it kind of, it is, as well as doing all that surface stuff, very much like the League of Gentlemen, there's a real kind of a sorrowful emotional undercurrent there as well. And there's a wonderful scene towards the end in which Robert Carlyle character and Emma Thompson's character have this final kind of pouring out of, you know, what went wrong when she was raising him. You know, why is it that there's this kind of awful resentment between them that's left him as this kind of total social outcast? Now, the story that she tells is totally kind of wild. It's like a kind of a Viz spoof of a tabloid crime scoop. It is totally kind of luridly disgusting. But the way in which Robert plays the scene, and in fact which he stages and shoots the scene as well, means that you do feel this terrible kind of regret at his character's heart as well, that things haven't worked out better for him and haven't worked out better for his mother as well. So it's kind of operating on these two levels where you have the kind of surface level disgust and wincing at things that are happening, and then also on this kind of slightly more heartstring tugging level as well.
It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, it's a very, you know, difficult two hats to wear as an actor directing yourself. It's, you know, some people can do it, people like John Cassavetes and Eastwood can do it. What's Bobby like in this? Because he's such a phenomenal actor. I mean, he's one of those actors who seems to disappear into his roles, which is why I love him. But wearing two hats, how does he negotiate that?
Well, his real ace card, I think, is in stepping back and letting performers like Emma Thompson sort of take the spotlight. You know, this isn't really, although he's playing the lead character, this isn't a kind of a one-man showcase movie. If anything, it's Emma Thompson's character is the presence around which this kind of film orbits. You also have these side players. There's Brian Pettifer plays his kind of not partner in crime, but this kind of weird liminal character on the very edges of society called Charlie, who comes in for a free haircut to the salon. And when Barney's kind of feeling through his hair, now this scene, I should say, has no kind of great impact on the rest of the story, but he's feeling through his hair. And the hair is not human hair. It's basically like a bundle of sheep's wool, and he's kind of teasing out these pieces. Now, it's just a very, very strange moment, and the look on Robert's face just absolutely nails the kind of weird urban eeriness of this encounter. And it's funny, and it's not explained. You know, he's not come in with a bizarre wig on or something. It's just how he is, and it's just picking up on those little kind of disconcerting weirdnesses.
When the Culture Show first started, I did a report about the rise of computer graphic animation, in which we had hand-drawn animators worrying that actually their art form was going to be lost, but quite the opposite has happened.
I'm sorry, this was the point at which I started going, then comrades come rally. Sorry, okay? As for the rest of them,
What was that?
That's the Internationale.